In this module, we're going to look at a bunch of things that can go wrong when web servers are misconfigured. Now, there are many different ways that misconfiguration can happen, either at the web server level or at the application level. And again, sometimes the lines aren't exactly clear either. So let's run through and have a look at some typical areas of misconfiguration, and we'll also talk about how those areas can be configured correctly to be resilient against online attacks. Let's go and take a look at the overview. Web server misconfiguration can be a pretty broad topic, but one thing that you'll see is a constant across what we're going to look at over the remainder of this module is that it's very easy to get it wrong. The ease with which web servers can be stood up and configured also means it's very, very easy to configure them insecurely. So I'm going to give you a bunch of examples of what I mean by that as we go through this module. Now, there are also multiple points where misconfiguration can happen. We're going to look at things like leakage of internal information, web servers in debug mode, excessive access rights, and a bunch of other misconfiguration related issues as well. And this is really the nature of web services and indeed web apps today, in that they can be quite full-featured. And what that means is that there are a lot of places where things can go wrong. One other thing that you're going to see as we go through this module is that the way we used to do things is not always the way we should be doing them today. There are configurations and indeed protocols and processes that worked for us in the past which are now considered weak. And I'm going to give you a really good example of that when we get to the section on misconfigured SSL later on in this module. Let's move on, and I want to begin by looking at internal leakage.